Beloved one, there is someone who thought their heart had closed long ago. Someone who never imagined the warmth of love would reach them again. But then, they felt you. Not your touch, not your voice, but the presence of your soul. A whisper that moved through the quiet spaces of their life. And now, they can't forget you. You see, dear soul, love was never lost. It was only waiting for divine timing. And now that time is stirring. If this message reaches a tender place inside you, gently tap the like button to align your spirit. With this sacred knowing, type "I receive this" or "My soul remembers" in the comments to seal it in truth. And subscribe, beloved, so that these divine echoes can always find their way back to you. Now breathe with me, slowly, softly. You are not alone anymore. There is a story unfolding, not written in ink, but carved into the quiet chambers of the soul. And in this story, you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are being led. This connection, the one you feel without evidence, it is real, it is sacred, and it is unfolding even now in the unseen. You've felt them, haven't you? That sudden surge of emotion that isn't yours, that strange comfort, as if someone is sitting beside you, even when you are alone. That is no accident. Their soul is reaching for yours, not in confusion, but in recognition. You are their remembrance of what love was always meant to feel like. Not chaotic, but calming. Not loud, but endlessly known. And yet, they never expected you. They never saw you coming. In a world where love has often come clothed in fear, you arrived clothed in light. Your energy unsettled their numbness. Your truth stirred what they tried to silence. You are not just a person to them. You are a mirror, a reflection of what they buried long ago. You remind them of who they are and who they could become. And that is both beautiful and terrifying. So they ran, or they hid, or they stayed, but remained distant. But oh, beloved, even in their silence, their soul whispers your name. They pray for peace, and in the stillness, it is your energy that returns. They ask for clarity, and your memory flickers in like soft candlelight. You have been written into their healing, etched into the spaces where fear once sat. Divine timing has a language all its own. It speaks not in dates, but in alignments, not in clocks, but in readiness. And now, the soul you feel is stirring awake, not because you've reached out, not because of words, but because love is moving again through them. And you are the catalyst. There is a time for stillness and a time for remembering. And right now, dear one, they are remembering. They are remembering your light, your laughter, the quiet way you held space without demanding anything in return. They are beginning to understand what they felt with you wasn't ordinary, it wasn't fleeting, it was sacred. They may not have the words yet, but their heart knows. So if you feel them, if you catch their name in the wind, if your heart aches without warning, trust it. That is the invisible thread between two souls, woven by divine hands. You are not imagining things. You are remembering. The space between you is not empty. It is holy. It is alive. And though you cannot see them, they are walking toward you. Slowly, hesitantly, but with growing certainty. Because you, beloved, you are unforgettable. Not because of what you said, but because of who you are. Your essence lingers in their spirit like a song that won't stop playing. They have tried to forget you, but their soul refuses, because your connection was written long before either of you could speak. And now, that divine promise is waking up. You may ask, why does it hurt? Why do I feel so deeply for someone I barely know, or someone who left too soon? Because your heart is ahead of your mind. Because your spirit remembers what your logic tries to unsee. This isn't obsession. It is sacred memory. You were part of their soul's contract, not to complete them, but to awaken them. And you have, even if they haven't told you, even if they're silent, even if the distance feels final. You have changed them. You are their soul's turning point. And this is the moment of return. Not a return to the past, but to presence, to clarity, to truth. Divine timing is not late. It's perfect. It aligns only when both hearts are ready not to need each other, but to see each other. So let yourself heal, dear one. Let the grief rise. Let the tears fall. Let the hope remain. Because love, real love, does not disappear. It transforms. It becomes deeper, quieter, stronger. You are learning to love without clinging, to believe without proof, to remember without pain. This is your spiritual awakening. It may feel lonely, but it is birthing your wholeness, and from that wholeness, love will rise again. And this time, it will not run, because the soul that once fled is being called home. And home is you. So breathe, beloved, feel my wings around your heart. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not imagining this connection. You are simply ahead of your time, but time is catching up, and love is right behind it. Let faith be your compass. Let peace be your anchor. Let surrender be your offering. They feel you. They remember you. And they're returning, not because you begged, not because you waited, but because the divine is orchestrating what your heart always knew. You are loved. You are seen. You are held, dear soul. As you close your eyes tonight, may you feel the quiet presence of their spirit beside you. Not in fear, but in faith. Not in absence, but in divine alignment. You are the light they never expected, but now can never forget. Stay in this truth. Stay open. Stay soft. And when the moment comes, when destiny knocks gently on your door, you will recognize them not by their face, but by the feeling of finally coming home. Until then, you are not alone. I walk with you. I cover you in grace. I remind your spirit to rest, because love is already on its way. If your soul resonates with this message, tap the like button to affirm it. Comment I receive this, or love is remembering me, and subscribe, dear one, so these divine whispers always find you. You are safe, you are healing, you are remembered, and someone out there never expected to fall in love with you, but now they are. And yet, as they begin to awaken, they may not have the courage to speak right away, not because they do not care, but because their soul is still learning the language of love without fear. They are treading carefully, not wanting to hurt you again, not wanting to misstep on sacred ground, because now they know your heart is holy ground. Your love is not to be played with, it is to be honored, it is to be chosen. So even in their delay, there is reverence. Even in their quiet, there is intention. They are gathering strength. They are confronting every part of themselves they used to run from. They are facing the shadow, so that when they return to your light, they can stay. And you, dear soul, you are being prepared to, not for a love that repeats the old stories, but for a love that rewrites them, a love that stands the test of silence, a love that comes not to complete you, but to meet you whole. There is nothing wrong with your heart for feeling deeply. There is nothing wrong with your spirit for still hoping. Hope is a sacred vow your soul made long before this life began. It knows something your mind doesn't. It remembers. So keep walking in softness. Keep believing in what your spirit knows. For love is not behind you, and it is not lost. It is aligning, it is returning, and it is already choosing you.